Alright guys, welcome back. It's Milos here, and we're going to be talking about our blast finisher chains. So as you notice, right now, starting out nice and easy, the only thing I've got in hand is an offhand dagger, because everything revolves around the offhand dagger chain of blast finishers. So we're going to start with a basic might stacking chain, which works in dagger dagger or scepter dagger. Usually you start with dagger dagger to learn your way around this chain, and then you bring in scepter later because you get some extra blast finishers there. So as you notice, here's what our chain is going to be. We're going to start in fire with Ring of Fire 4, and then we're going to walk to the edge of Ring of Fire here and swap to Earth. Now with Ring of Fire still up, obviously I'm walking through this nice and slowly so you can see the rotation, but with Ring of Fire still up, what we would do is we would dodge roll from where we walk to the edge of Ring back to the center. Now if I had an enemy targeted, that's going to give a nice little Churning Earth blast finisher. And then we're going to follow up with 4, which is your Earthquake. And then we would cast Churning Earth again. And while Churning Earth is casting, we're going to hit where I've got on my board number 9, Arcane Wave. And you're going to do all 4 of those things pretty quickly inside Ring of Fire. So now in order to put it all together, I'm going to walk up here to this target golem, and I'm going to show you how they all chain together as long as you do them nice and quickly within your Ring of Fire. Alright, now to run through that a little bit quicker, instead of step by step, obviously all of those things have to take place while Ring of Fire is up. You only got a few seconds to get them done. So this is how you go through the whole chain inside Ring of Fire. And you see right down here, 12 stacks of might. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is adding in utility skills. Obviously we already showed one, Arcane Wave, which does give you 3 stacks of AoE might. That's to you and up to 5 party members. So as you notice, I've got a couple more cantrips on my board here. And if I pull up my hero panel and go to my traits, you'll notice I've also got some points spec'd into fire, which is for trait number 4, Spell Slinger, which gives not AoE, but you yourself 3 stacks of might per cantrip. Now with the 2 extra cantrips I've got on my board, which down here at the bottom are Lightning Flash and Cleansing Wave, what you're going to see is now, instead of giving just the 12 AoE might stacks, I'm able to top that off with an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 18 total might stacks just having an offhand dagger in my hand. So I'll show you how that works. I'm going to come back up here to my target golem. I'm going to start again with Ring of Fire and run through that same chain. And then I'm going to finish off with Cleansing Wave, which is going to remove some conditions. It's going to blast another little fire blast on everybody around me, and it's going to give me 3 more stacks of might. And then while Churning Earth is casting, I'm going to Lightning Flash as well, which is going to give me another 3 stacks of might. And as you notice right here, I've got 18 stacks of might, all with only having 1 single dagger in my offhand. Don't even have to take anything in my front hand. Alright guys, so this is where it can get a little tricky. This is where we're going to add in the scepter into the dagger. It's basically all going to be wrapped around the same chain, blast finisher chain on dagger of Ring of Fire, Evasive Arcana, Earthquake, Churning Earth, and Arcane Wave. Except we're going to be adding 2 more blast finishers in here, which you get off of your scepter, both Dragon's Tooth and Phoenix. So I'm going to pull up my handy scepter. Now what you're going to do is you're still going to start with Ring of Fire, or you're going to start with Dragon's Tooth, because Dragon's Tooth does take some time to cast and fall, so you want to make sure you can get that ring underneath it. After you hit your Dragon's Tooth and drop your Ring of Fire, you're going to follow up with Phoenix, which is ground targeted, so make sure to click within Ring of Fire when that Phoenix blasts. That's going to give you another blast finisher there. And then you're going to run through the regular chain as usual. Swap to Earth, Evasive Arcana, Earthquake, Churning Earth, and Arcane Wave. So let me show you what I'm talking about here, and I'll walk through it nice and slowly like we did on the first ones. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit number 2, Dragon's Tooth, which will drop on top of that target golem. Now normally I'd be closer here so that I could follow with 4, Ring of Fire. And then quickly 3, Phoenix, which would be ground targeted right here inside Ring of Fire. Then you would swap to Earth, your standard Evasive Arcana, followed by 4, Earthquake, and 5, Churning Earth. While Churning Earth is casting, you're going to come over here to Arcane Wave, and you're going to hit that. Alright guys, so I'm back in setup, scepter dagger in hand. Now you'll notice I'm starting in water here. The reason I'm doing that is because the first couple stacks of might I'm going to get when I swap to Fire Attunement. So here I'm going to run through that chain I talked about, the Dragon's Tooth, Phoenix, Evasive Arcana, Earthquake, Churning Earth, and Arcane Wave, all within the 5-second Ring of Fire. I'm going to then follow up with my 2 cantrips over here, which are Cleansing Fire and Lightning Flash, so that'll take me up to the 25 mark. So here you go. Here's what it looks like full speed. Notice down here I'm at 25 stacks of might. My Lightning Flash popped me over here on this little dude to take him down, just because it's always fun to kill 2 people. Why kill 1 when you can kill 2? So that is your 25 might stack chain with your Ellie. Remember that those blast finishers can be used in any combo field. Obviously with offhand dagger, your Ring of Fire is your most common field. However, with Staff Ellie working with you, you've got additional combo fields for Frost Armor, as well as Healing Rain, Geyser, that is AoE Blast Heals, as well as your Static Field, which will give AoE Swiftness. So, working with a Mesmer Guardian, AoE Retaliation, working with a Thief or a Necro, obviously you've got AoE Weakness. So there you go guys, that's your stacking chain with offhand dagger, and then bringing in the scepter to add a couple extra blast finishers.